already started. Having a side quest. Many side quests. That's updates. Yay. Get all the Discord messages out and about as usual. The computer wakes up. The game wakes up. And my brain dies horribly. All as usual. All according to plan. So I'm like, yep, okay, let's get the wrong controller. The problem with having two controllers nearby. Alright, HRS 104. Let's go. That actually works the way I want it to, but I don't know much about the whole setting up the Discord channels, but I'm actually going now. Alright, let's friggin' go. Oh. There's something going on. Smaller than I thought. That's it. But if I've got if people start actually watching, I've got I can't speak as usual. Got to struggle up on the Twitch channel to say, hey, I did about a side quest back on one of the other planets that was, started but completed. Or I decided I was going to wait until someone said, hey, do it like this or do it like that. But no. Awesome. Link GDL keycard. Awesome. Drop to the. All the fun does, bro. Just the name is fantastic. Shiny things for me to grab. Got for me. Oh, control power bands. No. Got it. Can't actually know what yet. Yeah, let's go up. What's up here? Ah, corpses. Okay, that's. I just. Which I already have. That's a broken terminal. Fine. Enemies. And. Oh, great. The mines. Where are the mines? Right over the mines. That makes some impressions. Or. I can't do got anything with it. What the enemies are. Really? That got me from there? Are you serious? I'm already concussed. For fuck's sake. That's far enough away. Oh. I'm just gonna deal with the concussion the entire time because fuck it. Get all the doors and stuff. If I get over to there, then the doors you use. Oh, cartridge for when the power's on. You got maple syrup? That's error flushing toilets, I mean, it's like for details. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Which part ordered 3 years ago. So it's going to indicate ultraviolet gas sort of things. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not use the ultraviolet gas tank storage room. So they get the new laboratory set in air pressure room.
Oh. I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop...
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
She was already on the leadership soldier. He's going to...
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
You reactivated the automatic security.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Thank goodness. Locked, I can fix that. That's... There we go. supplies are on hand upon arrival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. Jesus Christ. Says we need extensive nuclear enriching for any chance of viable extraction. That's right. End up like this, James. We'll come back for you all and fix this. I swear on it. Please forgive us. That's not long. Sweet, I have enough. Dang, that's great, awesome. Oh, I can catch one of them apparently. Awesome, I didn't even realize. My hat kind of like this. No, it's not. Damn it. Yay. Legal property of Sublight Salvage Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to return to collect your cut. Yay. Yay, Lord. Another door I can fucking. Yay. Trying to get open this door. And as for that, researcher mask. Cause lead duration to increase by 30%. Damn. That sounds like a good reason. I'm probably gonna get murdered by robots. That'd be fun. Bots don't care. Good. That door still see what it looks like. Doesn't even exist. It's not gonna. Okay. Card. What's it turned into? The electric control room key card that I already went to. In case if you have the mines, contents for your ship in transit, want to avoid on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Timber is disabling or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not personally stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDO claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDO recognizes that you could adjust on any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. What the fuck? think that's what we're here now. Certainly looks like it. Let's take some other underwear. I'll make sure that first. Oh, that's already. Let's go. And let's just. Back to the ship. So we had much less time than I expected. And I guess no one saw the shuffle. Well, I guess we'll just tell the Psychos to piss off until later. It sounds, accurate. What did I don't? Back to Grumbler, I guess. Get a cut. No shiny things I want. Well, it's just more shiny things for me. Shiny things are nice.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Oh, let's see what perks I want. Reduce the radius of enemies being able to companion your party. That's fantastic. Tank vision, move faster, melee damage to his health. Just, yes. Maximize that capacity because I'm going to need that.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
That's not going to be a bad idea. What the fuck is this? Better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem while hunting its most dangerous prey and mining its having a world. When the fuck did I get these? Do me proud and I shall charge you in boar swords and gold. Crossing and I'll string your head on a silver platter with mushroom gravy. I guess this is just stuff I got for completing the custom missions. Huh. Cool. Oh, that's... Damn, they changed this around with the mission update. Looks nice, I will admit. And you actually see how much... I think it... Did it already show that? I don't even know. But I
Would
think
you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Oh, the guns you found, I don't need. I think, yeah, that's better. And that's not as good as that. So I don't think anything about that though, huh? Put everything in there too.
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
That's good at least. Not be with toxic shit from trying to get rid of the bugs. Zora who's still back at right.
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had some scientists in Switzerland.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
EDO gunship was the station, but I missed back on.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Rare gas and other just around people could have been a coincidence. This is what you look like.
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection. And more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Yeah, they're just hiding expensive research from pirates like Sublight. Hey, James.
No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Depends on what we're talking about.
You call that an open mind? All right, here goes. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Aliens? Aliens. Really? Oh, those are our options.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone. I assume you have questions?
Many. It's just the part where I get paid and I go to listen to you know.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission assignment to you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
We're coming to get you, Lilia.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
I'll do that last one, though. It's so needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does she die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness.
It's something much.
Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
I mean, you're not wrong, James. It is a very strange game, but this is. I'm also in a dialogue tree I never thought was going to happen. I never knew that she was going to be like this. When it's your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong.
Oh.
I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Of course. Well, HFS didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Sounds messy, but I'll take the
This
job.
key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
This is just fucking innocuous. I need to head to Byzantium quest line for the main quest anyways. I wonder how many hallucinogens she's on. Probably all of them. This is a data talking about my anxiety or lack of sleep. Oh god, Ilya, what's wrong with you? You need a monarch to cyclist there. Actually gives a perfect opportunity to say, hey James, since you're the only one watching and talking at the moment. Should I finish up a side quest or not? Specifically, there's a side quest on one of the planets I was on earlier. Well, in an earlier stream, I should say. Thanks. Thanks a lot, James. Fair enough. we'll just both try to piss off then. Nope. Oh, right. Wrong pen entirely. Go down this. I can't. I think. Oh.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Alright, so let's set up. Let me talk to her. Go talk to Zara. Go find food and water. Take a nap. Rest of the nap. So we got our nap. Good. Hopefully it's audio. It just says stop playing music. Okay, good. There's the audio. Big legs.
Said you docked 3 days ago? You seen Arthur today?
That the idle dialogue of NPCs doesn't do the update from Cycles. Like, I'm pretty sure Arthur was the guy I found, told, hey, you're all good to go back home. I think he did, eventually. Like, I know in the main city here, there's people talking about, like, hey, there's a guy missing. Like, yeah, he's dead. I told your boss. She knows. She knows the situation. Why is she acting like there's nothing wrong with it? Okay, yeah, I was trending. Look at the guys. Hey, Randall. Look up. Look up for this.
Who goes?
Oh. I just... Thank you. No weapon. And I was dead. Oh, I'm also with the wrong armor again. That's crazy, right? Hey, new sword, so. Oh, there's. Alright. Hang on, reload. How much of this area have I not explored yet? Oh, yep, that entirely. Hey, wrapped. Oh. That's. Ow. Ow. Oh, I made that. I Damn it, I can't make it on that thread. How long am I mode for now? I'm crippled. Great. finally made it.
Got my sights on you.
They made it so that when you talk to people, you don't just unlock people on your gun. Thank fucking Christ, that was so dumb. Like, oh hey, you want to interact with something that's like a door or anything like that? Here, pull out your gun at the same time. Like, it makes a lot of sense to just press the same button to just pull out your gun, but still. God, this is so slow. So bad. Someone's starting to get in them. So I can talk to her to get the No.
Welcome back. You find anything out there?
That definitely sounds familiar.
Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes. And their families. And all the hired help. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Look, I need to think. Plan. Figure out if I should talk to him or shoot him. Or both. Just don't give him the module yet. Give me a little time. I'll meet you at his place.
It doesn't plan on giving him a module. I forgot the sense weapon talked about. Oh hey, good one, Cody. Let's regen. Let's go find my ship. Special like it's so much easier. Should not be this tired.
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is. Would you like a
Messages from me. That's the succeed. Never really know these guys. Search, justice, mining, archive, cartridge, for cube. There's something called the rearranger. The much before discovered the game thing doesn't work. Nothing to rearrange. Well then, that's like a fun gun. Fun weapon. Let's go get it. Oh, on Scylla. This place, which is British place. Let's. I got everything from there. We'll just go.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Hey, achievement. Awesome.
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you're out.
Never. Oh, there's all the kind of things I want. You get some me. Loading times. They never give one.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Yeah.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
It's good. You have information.
Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct. The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all.
Well then.
But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
Wow. A regular tragedy.
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign. But that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? I don't know how else people are supposed to complain about things they can't change, but that's not the point. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts. Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
That's not reconnaissance.
Whatever. I'm better with bird terms.
Okay, well, what why is everything gotta be goddamn stealing? I just want to take the things that are lying around. Secret access.
The law's really looking out for me.
They're gonna wait.
Can you believe I'm retiring? Lucky me!
Okay, it sounds really like you're just gonna be fucking dying.
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take you. Move along. Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Can't hold that up without chaining clothes. Elevator. Oh my god. Big. Of course.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
Hey! Carry on.
Carry on.
Down there, the new ship. Doesn't look like any
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
Sure, what do you got?
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
Like this.
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
Consider myself freelance.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops. Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Anti-Creo's facial mask skin cream leaves you feeling fresh and tingling. Do not operate heavy machinery for 2 hours after application.
Well then. He just phased through the friggin' wall. Greater health research group, much Nova, and satellite office. there. Closed for various renovations. Also disclosed. Open the door. Find the mess from getting faces. Everything closed. French rolling something fresh. That's oh, I see. Looks like we miss it.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery.
Sounds like fun.
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else.
I like the sound of that. But I do have to wonder, though, what do people are using weapons for?
Why, to defend their property, of course. Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it. Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise. One can never be too well armed. Who knows when the hordes may hurl themselves at our gates?
And then we're just gonna quickly dialogue up.
The best defense is a powerful offense, is it not? What can I help you find?
A very powerful offense. Let's see. Border pistols we got O, which I've already got. Which I've already got. Plasma launcher, which meh. Tactical shotgun 2. That's kind of that thing actually. 69 damage. Cannon launcher 2. Gold officer spawn. Gold plasma cutter. Gold ultra shot cannon. Ammo. The exterminator. Everything knocked my cannon was taken. And the pink slip sniper rifle. Oh, invite cell extendo sight, magnifier, gyro sight, speaker damage, ouch, along with weapon sights. I like it, good sir. What is that? House of Innovation. Okay, that's kind of cute in a freaky way. Why does it have a friggin'? It's got a. It looks like a fucking bird. Cards. Hello, bot.
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
Are you supposed to do another job?
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. Oh, he's, medium height with, like, medium-colored hair and, like, a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
Medium. You haven't met him, have you?
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all so very high level.
How'd I drive out here?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
License.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary. Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. My automechanical assistant does all the work for me.
All right. Put the gun away. Put the gun away.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
I'll have a drink.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before?
Yes. Here's your promotion.
Here's to me. Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another? Oh, maybe they got some at the bar.
They do.
Please allow me to...
Shut up. I have plenty of freaking vodka on, but I have also money to spare.
Hey, you look familiar.
Trying to
Have we met before?
Let's have another.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a Manosaur. You got a Manosaur energy.
Was a murder baby.
Oh, Laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
I know that feeling very well, trust me. Let's have another.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
With your BMI, you can metabolize another distinct flame water.
You sure sound like you know what you're talking about.
Thank God for my medical.
Okay, here goes. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
What? Well, Steering Chuck I already got. Did I kill him with booze? I think I killed him with booze.
Our UDL security attendant is always prepared.
No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. They just walked into the other room and fucking died from alcohol poisoning. Oh shit. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Come to do your part to defend our fair city?
Something like that
What
shit.
can I help you find?
I want that shotgun. I can't believe you just fucking died like that. just fucking.
Down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is.
Don't I ever, my dear fellow. Why, I spent 3 hours filing a discussion authorization just to commence our little tete-a-tete.
How we suffer in the name of commerce.
I got it. Both. Oh, the beer evacuation. That sounds like a good place, actually. I should get some food for the evacuation. I am dying. Russian postal service.
Rizzo's knock you out.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness! Ruth Bellamy? I simply adore your work.
We've been over this already. You can't rehearse running into Ruth Bellamy. It's not going to work.
Fine, fine. What about this? Oh, my stars! It's Halcyon Helen? May I have your autograph?
Now you just sound like a crazed fan, which I suppose is not far from the truth.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Let's see what's in here. Spectrum vodka. Glass for every glass. Yeah, sweet. Turns on.
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
Yes.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural.
I hate you now.
No, don't question yourself. Just feel the scene and go with it. I got a feeling you'll know what to do. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen.
I think that's a good idea.
Don't think, kid. Just act. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
It's not like I'm gonna murder everyone. I mean, I can get mine. Oh, these crates can be at least specimen and crunchier. The crunchies you can get. This must be unauthentic space adventure because space adventures have rates. Next fancy that there better be loads and loads of fucking crates here. Oh god.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
Joke's on you, idiot. Those crates are just decoys.
They are? What an unexpected twist. You may have fooled me for now, but not for long. Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axajack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us.
I think you just gotta send me.
Hey, I didn't write this. Just go with it. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come.
You run like a coward then. You'll run now if you know what's good for you.
I just got chills. But still, you'll not stop me now. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma. And I spent 3 hours learning how to pronounce them. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers because this is the end for you.
I wish I had that. Let's see you try.
Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut! That was fantastic. With actors like you, who needs writers? Let's take 5.
Yep.
Here's my star. Walk and talk with me.
Come on, just take things. Now that's not nailed down and then shoot first. Okay, no, that's not
That was brilliant stuff. Do you write your own material?
You wrapped it on shit acid?
Amazing. Just firm up that jawline, and you'll be a triple threat. I'm gonna have to fire the writing staff. What do those anemic fuckwits know about dialogue anyway? I'm thinking a whole new script. More pirates, bigger explosions, you flicking a Stogie Slim into a barrel of gasoline. Marketing says that kind of action sells tickets. Here, this is for your work today. I'll be in touch once we get that script.
What's you? I want to see what this is. Starting an Odeon Pictures movie, awesome. Funny is bad. Cookie. 1 second. see if I can see how easy I can do something. Specifically, I'm going to see if I can listen to Darian, because I also want to just help support him, even though I'm streaming myself. Because I can, because he's about. He's awesome. My headphones are all goddamn dingled up. There's more movies to get to star in. Maybe it's funny. There's only 10 minutes high to make that good, but I will. I will if I could have just attacked him and just murdered him. I've probably gotten away with this scot-free too. Hilarious. Alright. I got one earbud in. I hope it will stay in. And I can set that up and... And I can say hi to Darian. Oh, hey, we're getting some water increase. Awesome. Yeah, it's no one's only granted. Where else can I go here? Where the hell am I? Let's go back.
Maybe we need more guns. Bigger guns with gold.
Alright, what else to do? Yep, shit, dropped my phone.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. slap your whole family tonight.
I love that. Slap your family. You have a fight. You're gonna question this. You're gonna fucking question this, okay? Where is this lady? Downstairs building, awesome. What can I steal it? You will see that. Nope, come on. My head's earbud would just stay in. Oh, that's stealing. Oh well. Logs. Extraterrestrials. Has its species being aware of itself being pushed its superiority on the world we test. Colonialism worked fine for a time. But our world didn't work on Halcyon did it. Now we're the ones who was proud of force greater than themselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Okay, I wish we do introspective of Basel without Maka. Wait, no access? Not access. Sweet.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Hagen's gonna kill you.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
Good boss. Bit of a wire.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
Been to Cascadia and season 1084. Secrets.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks.
So I took over the lab. You mean Aquarians are probably just on the core.
Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage. We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species, and sicker. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. One of the two Earth Directorate assault cruisers, assigned to patrol the Halcyon system. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps. The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. The board also has its brand to uphold. If you can't trust the brand, what else is there? You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander?
Screw the board.
If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
It's us working on my corpse out of here. I'll give you 3,509 reasons.
That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her. Tidying up and such.
I don't think I care much because that was 27,000 bits. I need to take the fatigue. I want to... Max out. Yearly. Yay? Oh, that's at least.
80 questions, but 75 of them were multiple choice. 5 of them, only 2 of the 5 that were not multiple choice were actually essay questions.
Huh.
So all in all, it was just like a lot of reviews and stuff to just throw in.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely not stopping skimming once you got home. But I want to make sure you can relax and be quiet-ish. That's good. You'll always be loud. Okay. I should go tell Leah what happened. Let's go see if I can. Yeah, let's go. Try to speak to Mr.
You must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun by a pox of vagrants and undesirables, and your plan is to sit idly by.
And what would you have me do exactly?
I don't know. Something. Anything. You're the... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
Excuse me?
Last time. Access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else. Anywhere else.
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Gracefully, I might add.
Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness. What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse. The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest and most inefficient workers a chance to live in Byzantium. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there.
They're dying there.
Tell me, how is that fair?
Well, most kinds of sense.
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before.
A lot.
What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
I like the sound of that. Whatever.
Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require. Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree. Which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
Wow.
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. Less funny, the minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
Well. There then. Just back. All right, you sleep. Ford still neutral. 20% positive with him. That's not bad. And
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
And
oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green.
Oh, good.
Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
For science. He seems right there to help you.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
I was offering her to you. You made the choice to stay. Oh God, you switched off. I'll take it from God. You can run it down. I'm just gonna make sure they stop running from it.
And you get me like stuck in my channel. Oh, hello, workbench. That's good. They have things on me, don't they? They do have mods on me. Oh, you alive? Okay. level 20 sprat. Are there level?
Eliminated.
Ow. Oh, that's a type of thing to start watching. Wrestling ask my fucking couple spread exterminators. I guess it's gonna be because he's playing an online game. I'm streaming. Yeah, I do.
Well, and you can move your car too then.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, yeah, let's go.
Alright, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, do so wins. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna pause this as soon as I get through this loading screen. I guess we'll be back in a bit then. Okay, good. Uh, should do that. Wait, okay, yeah. Hour 40, yeah. Ooh, shiny. Okay. Let me do the eating thing and then the leaving thing. Okay, back in. returned, and I've gotten some cheese in my belly.
Trespassers.
Oh, yeah. Sounds. Side signals, of course. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting sprats. Don't question it. Oh, god damn it. Of course I got a pretty fucking camera, so I have to buy one. Shouting anything. Stop being awesome. That's Russell's good boy.
Required for adjacent unit.
Oh, that's good. Average strats. That's God. Actually, shut that one. To go get stuff, probably.
Any luck finding my sprats? Truly? Why, this is marvelous! And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn, I'm never letting you out of my sight again. Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy. We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form. Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Then you'd have to make an appointment.
How much does it take?
Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf. You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box.
I'll make the delivery your field.
You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, a positive review from the minister would go a long way in my semi-monthly employment audit. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
Hey, law speed. Oh gosh, dude. Oh, that's big like here. Good. Jonathan's mine. You can't fucking stop me. You motherfuckers can't stop me taking everything put down.
I guess I'll just stay here at 5 HP. You keep doing what you're doing.
Alright, let's go talk to Mr. Clark. Let's go take
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take you.
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah? Let's see it.
Right here.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Either that. Let me realize something. Do I have a... That's something for the crew. Well, fuck. Okay, let's take key. Parcel. Let's just take key.
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take you.
Y'all say that. Y'all.
Move along.
Move along.
How did you get in here?
Through the front door.
You! You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here? If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Well then. Sounds like we're getting off on the wrong foot.
Have I not made myself clear? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
You're asking questions.
Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak.
Please no.
I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods. Stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly. Is this better? Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony.
Great, somebody tell me what this chemical is.
This again? I really don't know about any chemicals. Process of elimination. The only other person with access? Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
Back up and tell me what you're talking about.
Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Why do you get this trouble?
How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time. Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
Wait, used to be your office?
Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
Part about it. It's on the cartridge.
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat.
It'll be worth it.
Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Let's see the question for the lady downstairs. Whatever the fuck that was. Keep up Usually playing Destiny. Cool. Ah, sí. Awesome.
Is Mayfield still drinking?
Idiot's probably face down in the bar by now.
Take it easy. Not like he can get into any trouble passed out.
That's it, Cleo. Antibiotics.
Advice?
Take comfort in knowing that.
That's the last of them.
Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retirees lately?
Not just you. Felt like a damn factory worker these last few months. Oh well. Nothing a few drinks won't cure. Come on, let's go hit up Bijou's.
Can't. They're closed. Someone saw a sprat in there.
Bijou's too? Damn. What's this city coming to?
Here.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's deluxe Falscowood collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G Brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you, although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit. So relax, grab a refreshment from one of our vending machines, and enjoy our specially constructed welcome center. While you're here, be sure to check out the displays for some fun facts about the early retirement program and selection process. Then, once you're ready, enter the elevator at the end of the hall.
Oh, wait. Counting and drinks up my sleep. Awesome. So I can do... And that does actually fix my sleep some. Yay. Not enough, but...
And leave your troubles behind. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky...
Oh, it just goes through.
few have been selected to spend the rest of your days.
You're special. Each month, hundreds of thousands of workers apply to the early retirement program from across the Halcyon system. It doesn't just include workers on Terra 2, but those who live on the Groundbreaker and or Hephaestus as well. If you're not reading out undesirable or unqualified candidates, only 2.3% of these are selected for early retirement. I sure be brag to your neighbors before you left way to overcome the
Living the high life in your...
Do you know the early retirement selection system is the most rigorous cutting edge of the oddest in the entire galaxy? Here's how it works. Each candidate's name is printed on a plastic ball. The plastic ball is placed in an advanced turbo encabulator with thousands of others. Two advanced gun mechanicals operate a complex series of plays at random. Balls are found through the turbo in Dube. It's not a specifically designed accuracy matrix. First ball that aligns within the center of the accuracy matrix is the winner for the day. By using this method, the Halcyon Holdings Corporation ensures that all early diaries are selected with complete impartiality and minimal...
Own private district in
So that you've had a wonderful time completing your early retirement. Your application for order, know that something like paperwork can get a little whatever 87 pages. Your hardware is all with it by knowing details like your shoe size, blood type, dental history. We can probably customize your early retirement just for you. Each detail will be tweaked and adjusted to fit your personal needs, just like how Hammersmith weapons are built to fit each customer's personal style of combat. When you want. Hammersmith.
Byzantium. When
Early Torrent Center, the safest place in the entire system. Not a single crime has been committed with its fall since construction. It's all thanks to hard work of the minimum and black and white. Universal must logistics. Each and every day, UL security protects the citizens of Byzantium, defending them from harm. No citizens are involved in that watch. So rest easy, you're diaries, you're under the watchful eye of UL security. Whether you're out and about or relaxing at home,
You arrive. You'll be whisked away.
Yeah.
Fucking douche canoe drives it in front of me while I'm at 5 health.
Brother, so loud.
What an ass.
Here in Byzantium, armed mechanicals make life cleaner, easier, and more efficient. Just like doing the rest of the city, teams of armed mechanicals regularly swoop through the streets of the early time to give that classic Byzantium sheen, but that's not all. They'll attend to your personal needs as well. Want to order a drink? They'll bring one right to your table. Make a mess in your new penthouse? They'll clean up for you. Why, they'll even carry your luggage once it's been cleaned by security and released from our customer's warehouse, of course. If you see 700 pounds of steel coming towards you, don't panic. You might just trust one of your Happy Dale Farms woolly curds. Whoops, don't worry, I'm sure it's okay.
To your very own luxury penthouse.
Chairman program is the personal brainchild of Minister of Earth Aloysius Clark, endorsed by Chairman Charles Rockwell. Mr. Clark and Chairman Rockwell share a vision that every worker in Halcyon has a fair chance to represent the beauty and luxury of Byzantium. So before you step on that elevator and embrace your retirement, I want to say thank you, Mr. Clark. You'll be here.
Furnished exclusively by 24.
I like this ultra, sort of ultra, skip it ultra, second ultra.
Seven Furniture's Deluxe Falscoid Collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get...
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to get a new letter from Byzantium, our city regulations are ready to consent to the following. You have to refer to as the employee, consent to the rules and regulations of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Employee Retirement Center here are not to refer to as the center. Employee confirms that Brad ignition rules of the center is in our... Employee, so...
Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet?
More grungy. No, I'm not surprised.
Unexpected.
Oh. That's... Oh, wait. Damn. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Christ. Oh. Great. place is bad. There's a bad place. There's a very bad place right there. Use your brain, cat. He's kind of brain. There. Cat.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively. Some assembly required. 24/7 furniture is not responsible for any.
You know what? I want that. That's gonna help a little bit. I hope.
Injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process.
Well.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh. I gotta kill him. Good. Check one here. Oh. I can't disable all down. I still out a half. I hacked, damn it. I did upgrade my hacking, didn't I? Yes, but I did that. Nope, not right. Because I guess something else has changed right now. Yep, because I've got the fatigue, but I can't fix. God damn it. Gotta kill the thing. Got it. Let's get back to the better armor. Two TNL customer service. I'd like to formally request a refund on my new TNL stock cannon. You advertised it as the most reliable tool for disabling rude or disobedient auto mechanical, but if you totally with the energy soul that's covered in your own blind misfires. these chain-up weapons exclusively for 7 years, but this matter is not resolved, then you'll have lost another customer. You also lost another customer. If I die, so you better hope I can get this blood back into my body. Well then. Also, cat. Lab cat, best cat. I'll use this fucking. I'll try again. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna have my armor too much, so let's try out the fucking. God. Ollie. Oh, nice. Oh. Hey, you don't want to kill me, that's good.
System of research lockpicking is illegal.
Yep.
What do you think you're doing? Suspicion levels reset.
Oh no, my reputation was 4 decreased by how much? 1%. How is that door from then? I don't know. Oh, it's in that area, I think. I can't figure it out because there's more everything down that road too. Just back by Xanthi. Talk to a lady.
Oh, there. That's one right there. I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going well, I hope. What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose of the rabble? That's brilliant. To take the most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Oh, I'll never doubt the wisdom of the board again. Why, I had no reason to be envious at all. What a relief. And how else would I react? A vagrant such as yourself couldn't possibly appreciate the emotional burden this news has lifted from my shoulders. But regardless of your ignorance, I promised you a fee for your services, so a fee you shall have. Of course, as we agreed. I'm not one to break a contract. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fully bask in it. So if there's nothing further...
And that reduced border reputation again by 2%. Back to the percent. Back to the... Oh, yes. What? Just not give a fuck. Apparently is the way that's gonna work.
Hello, I'm a dragon. Ow. That was vicious.
That's fine. Getting close to the end of the game. It might be.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Walk through.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high-priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? Well, how nice for you. Do you have any idea how long it takes to request new forms? Or how many citations I'll get for impeding HHC business in the meantime? Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Got it. They're not gonna pay.
Oh, I didn't quite get my fucking to be fair, I did it and we got an ace, so fuck you.
Excuse me, just a moment.
I still gotta kill him.
Is there something I can do for you?
Hi.
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
Fine.
I suppose that is admissible. Please try not to break anything.
Of course, it's going to be something down.
Right.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again.
Wow.
And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, And rest assured, with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Well.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Sorry, I can't hear the sound of my rage. I don't care. I do not care. I am a dragon. I kill what I want.
My God, Claude. Sweet.
There are plans that regrettably involve Swan. Because Angie's keeping it on the down low, but now is saying it directly in front of you because Angie's a strange person. Hey, Matt. Yeah? There's discussion going about dishes. That we had to handle yesterday. So did I. Nick doesn't want to do unfair contributions. Even though they would
No, I'm ready to quit.
Don't let the guards hear you asking questions or peeking in the back.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerk? He's sticking to studies, too.
Okay. Seriously, two loads should have been done last week. Should have been done yesterday. And you dropped it off at 11 o'clock.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
Keep your eyes out for dissidents.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
I saw a variance in the results that we never accounted for, so I had the techs run the trial again. And the results were 0.003% different this time.
Do the words statistically insignificant mean anything to you?
Of course, but we're obligated to explore every possibility.
We're obligated to get a working formula before Akande has us all in tanks to help test the next batch of samples. Now get to work.
pleasant surprise. Thanks to you, Reginald, Philippa, and the rest are up to their old games of deception and seduction. But what are you doing here? On the other side of the lab? Why, that requires a top-level clearance. After all, we're running low on the stuff. I really shouldn't be doing this, but you did help me out. Take this key card. It'll get you into the hibernation lab where the remaining dimethyl sulfoxide is. If you're seen by any of the guards, however, I'm afraid I can't help. Good luck.
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it. No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. What? That's what I asked you. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Now you really have to go before I call in the other guards.
Just like that was it. Do I take it all to save other people, or just take some? So they can keep with the experiments. Kill. Fuck. Oh.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Johnson...
Rizzo's long apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
My dear fellow, you've no...
Spacer's Choice.
That
It's not the
episode from a
best
few
choice,
weeks ago?
it's the Spacer's Choice.
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth assessment around here?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one would fit.
How would you know? You've never seen one.
Neither have you. I don't know anyone who's seen it.
Sleep. Get back to sleep. Try to do this one.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
Soon. Like, I was about to finish up this current quest and then make dinner.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Yes, I'm aware that you stole a batch of precious chemicals and destroyed an important experiment. Enterprising of you, if irritating. My scientists tell me they'll restore the damage you've done within a matter of months. But I'm not here to talk about minor setbacks. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Save it here. Go make dinner. Back in a bit. Alright. Back later on, hopefully.